Now that we know how to interact with text frames and the copy within it, we're going to look at formatting. So we're required to reformat the text that sits on the page. It's a rather large and uninviting block of text with two different styles. Now, they're actually examples of which you can find off the right hand side of the page. And the copy itself is a breakdown of each month of the year and then some information about the photographs attributed to it and the name of the photographer. We need to style every month with the orange style text that you see in the top text frame off the page, and then the description that goes along with it, well, that's going to be the style of the text underneath it off the side of the page. Now that would in theory require us to select 24 different portions of text applying very similar options throughout, which is tedious and time consuming. We want to get away from that. Fortunately we can, and that's with a feature called a paragraph style, which captures the formatting of text in any given paragraph, and we can then reapply it somewhere else in the future. So with that in mind, I'll pick up my zoom tool and I'll zoom into that region off the side of the page so we get a clear view of this. I'll switch back to my selection tool, go to the window menu and head down to styles, and this is where you'll find all the styles panels. So different options for capturing the look of things inside of InDesign. In this case we need paragraph styles. And that usually pops up on screen in a floaty panel and usually in front of the thing that you need to interact with. So as long as you take your cursor to the dark bar across the top, you can drag that out of the way somewhere more convenient. So first off then, we need to actually tell InDesign which portion of text we want to build a style from. And to do that, you'll have to hover your cursor over the text frame containing the word month and then double left click to go into type editing mode. From here then, as long as your cursor is flashing away somewhere in that paragraph, in this case it's just one word, you can take your cursor across to the paragraph styles panel, hover your cursor over the icon for create new style, but crucially you have to hold down the Alt or the Option key as you left click, because that will allow you to generate the style but take you to the dialog box where you create all of that style's formatting. Really important because not least you can name that style. So right at the top, already highlighted because it's the first thing you should do, you can just start typing and enter a new name in there. So we'll call that month, unsurprisingly. Go to the checkbox underneath and choose to apply style to selection. So not only are we capturing that formatting, we're applying it to the original text. You'll want to turn on the preview checkbox as well. And you'll notice now that in the paragraph styles panel, it has added that style in there with the name that we attributed to it. But if you take a look at the options on the left-hand side, basic character formats, it's captured the fact that this font's Myriad Pro, it's regular, it's 16 points in size. And lower down, for example, character color, it's applied with a color called Tangerine. So it basically sucks all the formatting from the text that's highlighted and puts into this dialog box. All you do is give it a name and then click OK. You'll still have the type tool active, so you can hover your cursor over the other text frame underneath and just left click and it'll put your cursor into that text frame. Again, this only contains one paragraph. Take your cursor, hover over the same symbol in the paragraph styles panel to create a new style, Alt or Option and left click at the same time. This time we'll call this blurb. The apply style to selection is already turned on and the preview checkbox has been turned on as well. Again, if you see here, basic character formats, it's Myriad Pro, regular, 10 points. And in this case, under character color, it's just set to black, which is standard for all text inside of InDesign. It's added that into the styles panel. So again, all we have to do is click OK. Now we have those two styles made. Hit the escape key on the keyboard to come out of type editing mode, click away from the text frame, and then go to View, Fit Page in Window, and we're now ready to start applying those styles to other text in the document. And that's what we'll do next.